Welcome back to another Thursday on the Pagan Perspective. I'm your Thursday host, Yucca, and this week we are talking about pagan subscription boxes or crates. So our topic comes from Mikey Ga, who writes, "Has anyone on the channel tried the pagan-themed crates available through Cratejoy? What were your thoughts on the value of the ones you received? If you haven't tried them, what's your thoughts on the idea and the value perceived from these descriptions?" So I haven't tried them. I wasn't actually aware that they existed until this topic came up. But of course, when it was mentioned, I was like, oh yeah, of course, because there's a crate for, a subscription box for everything from like workout gear to dinners to comics to everything. So it's like, okay, sure. So I did a quick search both for Cratejoy and just in general. There's a few other ones out there. And the ones on Cratejoy, just scrolling through, I mean, they looked pretty cute. It looks like, there was some real thought put into the actual items that you'd be receiving every month. So in terms of the value, obviously the material cost of what you're going to get isn't going to be as high as what you're paying, because it wouldn't work as a business model otherwise. So I think that the value in that would be that it might be is the thought that was put into how those items were combined, and sometimes maybe the availability of some of the items, that if you live on a campus somewhere with no car, you're not necessarily going to have access to all of those things. So I think that it has a lot of potential to be really valuable for some people, and it just really depends on like where in their life they are and what they value. Especially if they have the expendable income to be able to afford to do that. It wasn't an outrageous price, but everybody's budgets are different. So for me, a lot of those items that I was seeing were things that I would probably either want to make or grow myself. So items, I believe their meaning comes from what we prescribe to them. And for every person, that's going to be different based on the relationship that we have with whatever the materials are, the symbols or the colors. The subs talked about colors really recently, and you can go through like all the different, what they talked about, what colors mean to them. And so for everybody, it's going to be a little bit different. In this house, we don't have a lot of extra income to buy things. Obviously we do buy some things, but almost everything that is real meaningful to us we make or grow for decorations or ritual use. Like, for instance, let's see, here's a sunflower that I grew this year, and we'll use it as decoration all winter, and then in the spring, we'll plant the seeds, right? So that's decoration. Or we made the door, or there's other items that I'm sure you folks have seen around. So for us, there's added value when we make it, or when it was made by somebody who is important to us, who we love. But there is also something really fun to that excitement of getting a gift in the mail, which I bet is, which I would imagine receiving a box like that would have that excitement, that kind of, it's Christmas every month. There's that surprise, there's that exciting energy, and you might get something that you wouldn't have thought to make for yourself, that you don't really know very much about, so you have to research to come up with what the meaning might be. And there's a lot of different ways to give meaning to items, and learning and research and deciding to apply that to it is one of those many ways. So yeah, I'd love to hear from everyone in the comments section if you have gotten a pagan subscription box or other sorts of subscription boxes, and what you thought of them. Also, how do you decide what's going to be a meaningful item to you, what you put in your house, that sort of thing. Let us know in the description, and until next week, take care.